Hi youth, can I ask you a few questions? Why do you choose to be called sexy? Why do you choose to be called hot? Why do you choose to, you know, why are those words your best compliment to a lady or a guy? What happened to the word gorgeous, cute, lovely, adorable, and a whole lot of others? Why does it have to be sex? When did sex become a an adjective? When does hurt become a qualifier for humans? What is the origin of those words? Who told you that if those words are not attached to you or not used to qualify you, you won't be amazing and accepted? Who told you that those words are meant to um, thrill you for real? Actually, those words are meant to start up a reaction in your system which you may not really understand. Those words are actually words coined out to not just tell you to not appreciate the beauty, the qualities, the features God has gifted you with, but they are actually words coined to define the impure functions those words stirs in the heart of those who use it for you. Yes, like I always say, in our world today, a whole lot of vocabularies have been misinterpreted and misdefined, and wrongly defined, and then the whole because the majority carries the vote, because majority uses that, so everybody follows the trend, and before you know it, we've lost the definition of the original word, and we now everybody accepts it, and in our world we begin to run with it and begins to trend, you understand, and it goes viral. Okay, so but I think it's time that we stand up as youth to define what we want ourselves to be qualified as. If you are gold and someone comes and leaves the quality of who you are to define you with something else, won't you stand up and say, I'm sorry, I am gold, not clay? Won't you say that? So sex is part of the activities God has designed for humans. Is a dimension of worship in the confines of marriage by two mature humans, males and females. So how come we pick them out from that confine, from where it is designed to function, and we begin to use it anyhow along the streets? Meanwhile, when someone calls you sexy, what do you think comes to the person mind? Do you think the person is like saying, do you think the person is talking about your brain quality or your spiritual quality? I'm sorry, no, the person is not actually talking about all those good things that you're made of. The person is talking about what they can see. The person is actually telling you that, the way you're dressed, you are kind of triggering something inside of me. So that should even call your attention to begin to think, what for? You understand? So, like I said, our word we run with what we don't even know the origin of it. Okay, so even when you are cutely gorgeously dressed, someone can just come and take sexy lady and all of that. Come on, that shouldn't be. It's high time that when someone defines you, maybe when someone calls you a name that is not yours, tell the person, I'm sorry, this is not for me. Politely tell the person, what did you say? Example, okay, I had this experience one time. I was walking along the street and a guy walked by and was like, hey, you look sexy. And like, what did you say? It was like, you are beautiful. And I asked him, when does beauty equate to sex? How does those two things relate together? Like, how are their definitions the same? He could not defend himself, he could not explain why. So, you know what that means? He shut his mouth up, right? So, it's high time we stop being defined by the general norm. You understand? Ladies and guys alike. When people imagine in their hearts that all ladies or all guys should, fall for this or something, or be thrilled by this. They begin to use it for you, and meanwhile you are in your closet working on yourself. You are in your closet building yourself, trying to do things that will impact the world, and someone just comes from nowhere and throws all this trash on you. Those things are trash. They're not a, they don't carry water. Sure, you get. So begin to politely choose what you want people to call you. And meanwhile, you see this shirt? It's beautiful, right? Yeah. Yesterday was our chastity parade, so we